Well, I just wanna be around you. Tell me when you're up for round two. Anything you ever wanna do, we can do it all over the room.
I'm here with our OneRising Artist of the Month, Skeez.
Hey, how are ya? Hey, how are ya?
Cheers.
Cheers, yeah.
How you feeling? Because I'm honored this is your first interview ever.
Yeah, it is, and I am a little nervous, but I'm very excited, and you've made it very, very easy going for me so far, so I appreciate it.
Just shake it off.
Yeah,
Be
I'll be all
yourself.
right. We got the cocktail. we're gonna get through it.
We got this. You've had a really crazy last few months. You've been on your first tour ever.
Yeah, I have.
How's tour life treating you?
It's good. My body's a little beat up,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, I'm having a blast. I got really lucky with my buddy Mike, who picked me up and kind of brought me into this world. He kind of forced me into the artist thing, and it's been going really well. My first show of my whole life was the first show we did in Nashville about 2 months ago. Like, the adrenaline kicked in, and I remember I was walking up the ramp to go onto the stage after they called me out. And the last thing I remember was, like, I walked out there, and the last thing I remember was handing the mic off and coming back off stage, and I was like, I hope to God that went well.
You're like, I blacked out completely.
Yeah, I wasn't like blackout. It wasn't a blackout drunk though. It was just
the
like
adrenaline.
Yeah, just like I had no idea what happened. I was like, well,
What's been your favorite part about tour so far for you?
I don't know. I mean, meeting all these new people. Like, I love meeting everybody and the fans, and Mike's fans have taken to me so well, and I'm so grateful for it. And like, it just like it doesn't even feel real, you know.
Craziest tour story so far?
Chicago was the first time I really felt like I was looking around. I was like, what the fuck is going on here, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the show was massive and the venue was incredible, and I had all my friends come out from high school to come check it out, and just like a really big party, and I really overdid the drinking. And I remember, if I remember correctly, I went out there and I think I forgot a couple of my lyrics on one of the songs.
Those are the best shows though.
Yeah, and it really was a blast. It was my favorite show by far on the tour, and I really had a good time. And then we went out to the bars after, and I was just like, I was in full Skeez form. Like, I was just like, I was really loving it.
You said that obviously Mike, who you're on tour with, you know, is kind of taking you under his wing, and it's been such a cool experience for you. How did you guys sort of get linked up at first?
Man, I was running around Los Angeles. I wasn't making any music, and I bumped into his best friend Blue, who was just the salt of the earth, like the nicest guy ever. And when you meet guys out here in Los Angeles that are kind of the same as you, especially I'm from Omaha, Nebraska, and it's like you meet regular dudes that, you know, love sports and love having a good time, and it didn't feel like an LA party.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like a Hollywood party at all. So we stuck together pretty close after that. And
You're from Omaha, Nebraska. What was the moment for you that you knew growing up that you wanted to pursue music? Was it always a dream for you?
no, it wasn't. I was supposed to be in the NBA, but I got cut short. Yeah, 5'7's not
I
gonna
was
cut
going to say,
it.
how tall are you?
5'7's not gonna cut it, so they cut me short there. Look at my feet, my little feet are swinging around here. The first time that anything music related kind of when it clicked at all was I was in a fraternity for 6 months at
Nice.
Nebraska.
That actually really surprises me.
I did a semester. Yeah, I was frat skis for a little bit there. We had to go Christmas caroling. The freshman class had to go Christmas caroling, and like people kind of knew I could hold a. You get drunk, and you know, Drops of Jupiter comes on, and you start singing. So they knew I could sing a little bit, and the upperclassmen, they forced me to do a solo in front of all the sororities.
And this is like you hadn't really performed before.
Oh God,
at all.
no! And we did "Love Yourself" by Justin Bieber, and it was this whole thing. And they get you just so drunk before you do it.
Yeah,
so
of
it's
course.
like, they go do a couple songs, and then they split down the middle, and he walks out with the guitar, and I kind of follow behind, and I start singing, and we fucking, you know, we killed it, and we had a blast. And I remember, like, I was getting like some texts from some girl, you know, it was like, hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? And I remember leaving that night, and I was talking to John, and I was like, yo, man, like, I think that was the best time I've ever had in my life.
Wow,
You know?
that's cool. Well, how cool is this now? Because going back to your fraternity days, and now, you know, in the last 6 months, you've really gone from having 30,000 listeners on Spotify to now over 700,000.
Yeah, it feels great. I really don't feel much different, which I hope is a good thing. But yeah, I'm excited to put out more music, and I'm glad people enjoy it, you know?
I definitely hear sort of like this, you're kind of going a little bit, I hear a little bit of the country in your voice. And you're from Nebraska. I was going to ask, has that
It's so funny.
influenced you?
I'm so not country.
No, not at all.
Yeah, like I'm from Omaha, Nebraska, and it was a city vibe, and I was like kind of suburbs. When you come to Los Angeles and you're from the Midwest, even if you're not country compared to like a true Nebraska, like outskirts of Omaha thing, like I'm still definitely, I got the Midwest thing. I wouldn't call it
Yeah.
country, but I got the Midwest.
I mean, I'm a Midwest
you know,
girl too. I know
yeah,
it. I
playing
feel it.
bags and, you know,
Uh-huh.
drinking. I'm not a beer guy, but drinking hanging out in the backyard and stuff. So.
We can be country in a Maserati or Chevrolet, hotel pool right by the lake. Don't care where I'm at, girl, if you're right there. Yeah, we can be country anywhere.
But you did just release a song called Country Anywhere, which people are
Which is
loving.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Which is
so
hilarious.
talk about that. So was that sort of like a joke at first, kind of? Or
No,
was
I was probably like 3 weeks ago. I was in the car with my buddy Joey Paris. He owes me $100 now for saying his name, actually. He told me, yeah. So,
Hey up.
Hey, how are you? But yeah, I was playing it for him, and he's like, bro, you gotta get Mike on it, and you gotta put it out. And I was like, no way, he's not gonna get on this. But I showed it to him. He got it reproduced with his guys, and he put on a good verse, and we put it out like a week or so later. It was like a quick turnaround, and I was not ready for it. So, but we love the song. Yeah, it's awesome. And my version of like we can be country anywhere. It's not like I'm not riding horses or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just you can be Midwest anywhere, really.
I love that. I feel that. I relate to that so much. We'll talk about the music that you are working on moving forward. How would you describe it to someone who hasn't ever heard it?
It's a dance between pop and like a little bit of the country tone without the twang, I guess. I'm excited to put out more, I wouldn't say ballad, but I want to showcase the vocals a little bit, showcase the grit a little bit.
I just wanna be around you, let me tell you, I'm trying to tell you, I eat you up like Italian, I love Italian, I love when you tell me I love when you tell me.
Well, loving your song Around You.
Yeah.
Talk about that song and how it came about.
I think I made Around You, I made the demo probably a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. It's funny too, because I woke up that morning and I had to go to this session, and I was crazy hungover. I had a bunch of anxiety, and I was like, fuck, you got to go do this. Like, you can't bail. And I went, and we ended up making that demo, and I fucking loved it. You know what I mean? It's like a fun song, and there's a couple lines in there that definitely bring me back to like sneaking out of the house when I was like 15 years old. And there's like there's a line in there where it says, I still remember where you flashed me. And I remember like that moment and who it was. Yeah, it's a very nostalgic song for me, so I'm glad it got out there.
If someone didn't know who you were as an artist and you told them to go listen to one song of yours, would it be that song, or what song would you?
I think it would have to be I Love My Homies.
Okay, yes.
I think it would have to be, because that's like me to a T. And I really do love my homies.
Aww.
Like, I really do. All of them, from Omaha out to across the country. So that one was definitely, I think everybody that has had a moment with me, whether we're best friends or not, anybody that's had a night with me, if they hear that song, they're like, that one's about me. Like, and it really is. It's about all of them. So that's the one that showcases like kind of who I am the most, for sure.
Do you want to release an album? Like, do you plan to get in the studio, work on an album soon? Like, what's your?
Yeah, I'll probably wait on the album until after the turn of the year. But I'm gonna put out a bunch of music. I'm not one that wants to hold on to records. Like, I'm gonna put them out. Like, if you got it, put it out, and you can always make better ones. So I'm gonna be dropping a lot of music, and the album. I'm excited to get it going. But I think I'm gonna call it Former Athlete.
That's the title of it.
I think, yeah, it's been in my head ever since I was like 19. So I think that's got to be the debut album.
And what are you most looking forward to the rest of this year in 2022? What can you get fans excited about?
I love going new places, so this tour and everything, it's kind of the first time I'm getting to see all these cities, and I made all these friends every time I go somewhere, and I'm excited to bounce around and put out all these records, and hopefully it all keeps going well.
Very cool. Well, guess what?
What?
You just killed your first interview.
Oh, we're good?
Yeah, high five.
Yeah, hey, how are you?
Skeez, killed it.
I was very nervous about it, so I'm in.